Peace and love, everybody. We are live on all of our channels. Today, not only is Sunday Bars, but today is June 26, 2022. Today's topic is love your children more than you hate your ex. Let me fix the screen. Love your children love your children more than you hate your ex. And we're going straight into it. So, yeah, I don't have any questions. We're going straight into it. So the show intentions this lecture intentions is to help children all over the world to break the non-productive behavioral patterns of their older co-creators. So look at this like a children's rights advocacy lecture. All right. So before we begin, we're going to change the language up. Let's change our mindset of the topic loving your kids more than you hate your ex. Let's change that into loving your children more than you hate their other co-creator. Let's not call them parents. Parents has an energy that our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents have been saying, and we've been getting what they getting. I'm going to try to look at it like that, and I'm going to try to help a lot of people that I deal with who look at it like that. That's the other co-creator. So, before we begin, just to let you know how serious I am, here's a warning to all the corrupt lawyers and judges that are helping individuals to hate their ex more than they love their children. A lot of these corrupt attorneys and corrupt judges keep this wicked family court system going. I didn't say the family court system going, the wicked side. Okay? So we will definitely talk about the wicked karma, or I don't believe in karma, reaping and sowing. I don't believe in reaping and sowing. Our cause and effect coming to all the corrupt attorneys and judges. None of you are safe from this coming retribution. No mercy will be given to you either. Watch. I have never been wrong about any of these type of warnings. I plan to be there eating popcorn like you did to so many fathers and children in your temporary system of power. Retired or current lawyers and judges are when they want to say something. Hold on. Speak, retired or current lawyers and judges that are corrupt. Whoa, Jason, was that a threat? From the bottom of my heart, I would like to apologize if you think that was a threat. That was a promise. I promise you all that cause and effect, karma and reaping and sowing is coming to all of you and the ones that and the things that you cherish the most. Because you have literally messed with the wrong parents this time. You are going to start hearing about it more all over the world. You all's time are over. I have seen the smallest parents fight bears over their children and win. What do you think will happen when parents begin to see all of you all like this bear? Thanks to karma, your bear traps have already been set for you. I use that for parents who are into retaliation. Don't do that. Their bear traps have already been set for them. So let's get back into this discussion. That was just a warning period. I think we're going to have one more for corrupt judges and lawyers and attorneys. So maybe they might not have caught it now. They might have skipped through. I'm going to throw another one in there for them because it's going to make sense with what I'm talking about this morning. So let's get into the discussion. When children are 3, 4, 5, and 6-ish, they don't have an identity of their own. They derive their identities from both parents. Can you say both with me? Come on, guys. Come on, everyone. Say it with me. Both. We might have some hood cats in here that might say it with an F at the end. Both, but both are both. If the parent is so-called good, both. If the parent is so-called bad, both. Now, when you put one parent down, you're putting down the child. If you sabotage one parent, you are sabotaging the child or the children. It affects their self-esteem and it makes them feel bad about themselves. Look at the haters. Look at the haters. How, Jason? Okay, haters. I don't have a lot of time tonight, haters. So let's just stop at DNA. Because again, you asked me, how am I sabotaging my co-creator or parent, other parent? How is that destroying my children? And all the idiots helping me do it. Because think about it, a lot of idiots help out family, so-called family warring. I like to call them idiots. So it's a lot of idiots that help, like I said, fathers war against the mother or mothers the war against the father. So these idiots are actually destroying the children as well. And the haters are like, nah, how? And I say, let's just stop at DNA. Okay? Let's just stop at DNA. Are the DNAs of both parents inside the child or children? Simple question. Jason, did you just ask, are the DNAs of both parents inside the child or the children? Well, yeah. And you're right. According to DNA tests, yes. So, anything you do against the other co-creator of both of your children and anyone that helps you do it is also destroying the other parent's DNA of both of your child or children. And the karma is coming back to you and whoever helped you. I will explain how in this online lecture. I am here to help all victim parents to not make stupid mistakes because your child or children need you both to win. But when one parent loses their minds, the child or children should at least have one winner parent until the out of their mind parent comes back to reality. And I have a question for warring parents. Let's say you win all the battles and wars against your ex or the co-creator of your children or child. What do you actually win? How many losers are there really when you so-called win? This is for mothers or fathers or mothers. Because again, I know y'all waiting to get mad. Who you talking about? He talking about me. Look, everybody think I'm talking about them right now. Even though I talk to so many people, I'm talking to them right now. Let's say, and again, I have a stupid question for stupid parents who do stupid things against their children. So here's this stupid question for you. Let's say you win all the battles and wars against your ex or the co-creator of your child or children. What do you actually win? How many losers are there when you so-called win? The most underrated crime in human history is bad parenting. We'll say it again. The most underrated crime in human history. Underrated. If bad parenting was playing basketball, we would be like, underrated. The most underrated crime in human history is bad parenting. We literally look at that crime like, man, that's messed up. No, that's a crime happening right in front of you. Man, that crime is so messed up. I feel sorry for them kids. But other crimes, I Okay. Um, Sometimes when a person doesn't have children, it's a humane act. Jason, that sounds rude. Sometimes when a person does have children, it's an inhumane act. Jason, how would you dare you say something like that? I didn't say that. Eric Warnock said that. And he has war in his name. But Eric Warnock said that. He said sometimes when a person doesn't have children, it's a humane act. Sometimes when a person does have children, it's an inhumane act. Eric Warnock. I didn't say that. Weaponizing your child or children. Oh, you're holding your children? You're pointing your children. You're pointing your children at the co-creator of your child or children. You're cocking your children back. Pause. And you're aiming your children at the other co-creator of the children. I promise you I got some bars for that. Trip me out researching and reading it and meditating on it and getting downloads on it in the sun and out of the sun, in nature and inside, in air conditioning, where it's really spiritual. I'm being sarcastic. Weaponizing your child or children. Never use your child or children as a weapon against your ex. Never use your child as a spy to gather counterintelligence to gather counterintelligence on your ex, unless your children are in danger. Now watch this. So many people gonna be like, well, my children's lives were in danger. No, you're just using this wrong. Your children's lives were in danger. You seen him pull up with that supermodel. You're just trying to find out what's going on. Or you seen her pull up with Morris Chestnut or Morris Macadamia Nut, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. Don't do that. I know so many parents of small children, right? That, now again, these are small children that's still in diapers, that they let strangers change their children's diapers when they can't really speak the way they need to be able to speak, just to win a sick game of keep away with the other parent. When the other biological parent wanted to have the children and watch them and at least change their diapers at an age to where, again, if anything happens, they can say, hey, it happened like this. It was that person right there, da 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 da, versus. Now, children's self-hatred is an internalization, watch this, of early deprivation. Children's self-hate is an internalization, you're putting it inside, of early deprivation. See, I ain't gotta listen to that because I don't know the definition of deprivation. I'll do some work for you. The definition of deprivation that I'm using is the damaging lack of material benefits considered to be basic necessities in a society. Imagine being deprived of benefits and necessities in a society if you don't know what deprivation is. So this internalization of early deprivation can be prevented if mature people were only allowed to have children. Y'all thought I was gonna say something scientific. No, I'm taking shots at everybody. And again, these are parents of the past and parents of that's gonna be in the future. This internalization of early deprivation that children go through can be prevented if mature people were only allowed to have children. Let's get back deep again. Once a divorce happens or breakup happens, it will stick with the children. If the children ever experience a divorce in their older years, their pain will be worse because on top of their problems, they will have to deal with their current divorce or breakups on top of the memories of their parents' failures and mistakes in love. Children consider both parents important to their identity. When children are told that one side of their DNA is bad, one side of their DNA is a loser, one side of their DNA will never amount to anything, you are merely attacking 50% of the child or those children's DNA. This has disastrous outcomes for their development. Imagine your children instantly believing something horrible about you. Some people label this as a form of child abuse. It is also a form of domestic violence because its target is the other parent and the child or children are the weapons. Stop shooting me. Stop, be quiet. I'm trying to hit your other parent. Stop talking. I'm trying to kill your other parent. No, it's not. That's an extreme. Okay, be able to see the lesson. You were able to see the lesson in the Humpty Dumpty story. You should be able to see lessons in stories that are connected to lessons. So again, imagine your children instantly, over time, instantly believing something horrible about you. Some people label this as a form of child abuse, but it's also a form of domestic violence. Its target, because its target is the other parent and the child or children are used as weapons. Hold on, stupid parents want to say something. Come on, stupid parents. You're wrong, Jason. I'm only killing 50% of my children's DNA when I use them to destroy their co-creator parent, right? As you call them a co-creator parent. And I'm like, yeah, I just said that. You're killing 50% of their DNA. Congrats. Science says you're right, stupid parent. Our stupid parents. Because these are for all the stupid parents in the world. Because again, he talking about me. No, I'm talking about all the stupid parents. That was about me. For all the stupid parents in the world. We inherit a set of 23 chromosomes from our mothers and another 23 from our fathers. One of those pairs are the chromosomes that determine the biological sex of the child. Girls have an XX pair and the boys have an XY pair, with very rare expectations in certain disorders. Haters want to say something. Jason, what does that have to do with parent wars? In a war, we go through stress, so let's call it the stresses of war. How does stress affect the DNA strands or half of your children's DNA? Telomeres are the protective casting. So telomeres are the protective casting at the end of the strand of the DNA. Each time a cell divides, it loses a bit of its telomeres or protective casing. An enzyme called telomerase can replenish it. Okay, cool. It can replenish it. Stop clapping. But chronic stress and cortisol exposure decrease your supply. When the telomere is too diminished, the cell often dies or becomes pro-inflammatory. So we know that parents are often told, don't put your children in the middle. Divorce is ranked as one of the most stressful life events. Stress. Oh, that stress word. Stress. Hey, DNA. Stress. Life events. So divorce is ranked as one of the most stressful life events, second only to death of a spouse, according to Holmes and Array stress inventory. So whether you are the initiator of the divorce or the non-initiator, anger energy can take over a so-called bad parent or loving parent. Anger energy. Watch how anger is used. Watch how parents pay this system so much money off of their anger. Watch. Oh, so we went straight into it. So some fathers and mothers are going to get mad at me. But again, if you go deeper into the zodiacs, you can see how to switch it up. But yeah, I remember we talked about this. Parent signs that tend to love their children more than they hate their ex. So again, you either love your children or you hate your ex. You can't have both. You know how many parents be like, I choose to hate my ex. Love your children is over here. You chose hate your ex. These are signs that choose to love their children. From watch this. Let me throw the disclaimer in there. From what I have seen in my study of zodiacs and how they deal with different zodiacs, and me watching, me interacting, me reading about them, and me talking to some of the dopest people on the planet when it comes to teaching about them. Just to even make an assessment of this info. So again, he don't know. I've had I ain't gonna say too much because they don't know. I had a community leader in Philadelphia. I say that a community leader in Philadelphia. Let's say it real quick on my social media. You ain't saying the zodiac's right, and then erased it. And I was like, that was dope. But I am saying it right according to the context that I'm using them in. And I fact check it. I don't even say I fact check it with the people who I believe are the giants and gurus in these, just to make sure I'm saying it right. So, cool. And I've studied the top arguments with it, so I kind of be ready for debates. Not because I want them. It's like a gun. You rather have a gun and not need it than need a gun and not have it. Parent signs that tend to love their children more than they hate their ex. Virgo mothers. A lot of Virgo mothers, they tend to love their children more than they hate their ex. Cancer fathers. Libra fathers. Some Scorpio fathers. Scorpio mothers go hard. They actually go so hard so it's like, calm down, Scorpio mothers. Let them breathe. Or go into business with them and then you can go hard how you be going hard. But Scorpio mothers go hard. Sagittarius mothers. Capricorn fathers and Capricorn mothers. Hold on, you left me out. No, I didn't. These are the parent sides that tend to hate their ex more than they love their children. Now again, not me. I'm not talking about you. I'm telling you from what I've seen. Okay? Now, Jason, you gonna piss off so many people. Okay. Pisces females, Pisces mothers. I have seen some Pisces mothers, they will destroy everything and sleep like a baby when they're angry, when they're full of angry, full of mad. When they finally, watch this, when they finally want to grow and mature above that, destroying, they won't make amends. They'll magically be a new person with new people. And they'll stay away from all the old people who've seen their fangs, that really know them. And watch this, you don't really know me. Or at least really know you when you're mad. So I don't know you, but I'll just say I know you when you're mad and you have to make a decision. Jason, I'm a Pisces and I'm a good. I know some dope Pisces. So I'm not talking about all the Pisces, but I've shared this with Pisces that are like. So who cares? If you want to be angry, I promise you, I try my best to erase you and block you from my social media, because in real life, I would erase you and block you from my physical life. But I'm going to let you hang out with me online. Leo mothers and Leo fathers, they love their pride more than anything on earth. Yes, I said it. Leo mothers and Leo fathers. If it's their pride or if it's anything that has to do with anything else in the world, they're picking their pride. I don't care. Because I got to look a certain way while I'm doing all of this that I love. Don't try to make sense of that. Virgo fathers. Now, the only reason why they put Virgo fathers at the top, the only reason why Virgo fathers is at the sign that they tend to hate their ex more than they love their children, is because Virgo fathers, if they remarry or get with somebody that doesn't like their old life, I've seen a lot of Virgo fathers fold. They'll fold. And again, I got some homeboys that are Virgos, and they are super folders. So again, these are all the Virgos getting it. I know a lot of Virgos. And again, I know Virgos that I've hooped with that are, again, around my age, that I was like, man, okay. And then you get them around women that they love, and they're like, and I'm like, you Virgo father. So again, keep your fingers crossed. If the Virgo father's partner likes everybody, then they'll allow the Virgo father to to live. I know that made a lot of Virgo fathers. If I'm not talking about you, I'm not talking about you. But again, if the Virgo fathers is in their life, if they looking like this, yeah, I'm talking about them. I'm being sarcastic. Aries fathers and Aries mothers. Hold on, I'm an Aries and I love my children. Watch this. This is how you get them. If they are successful and they have a lot of power, they'll pick that over loving their children. So they hate their exes. They love their children, but they love power. So some of this power can be over their exes. So you're still focused on your ex more than your children. Now again, I'm an Aries and I don't do that. What? Congratulations, you exception. This might be the first day you learn the definition of exception to the rule. Aquarius, women. Pray for them all. Let's move forward. Sagittarius women. I'm in between pray for them all and good job, mom. I will say this again. That's going to make some of these Sagittarius women mad. But who cares? Because the real ones know what I'm talking about. Sagittarius moms. I'm in between pray for them all and good job, mom. Pisces men. Now pray for them all, especially when they're distracted. Because Pisces men are actually good fathers. They're good. But again, not as bad as Pisces women, because a butterfly can go past a Pisces woman's face and she can forget everything you talked about. Pisces men, it might not be a butterfly. It's got to be like a dragon or something. They're like, and they'll forget everything they talk. So again, not really going hard at Pisces men. They can't help it if they distracted. Okay. Many of these parents can't see their hate for their ex's campaigns, what it's done to their children's adult lives until it's too late. Many of these psychopaths think the word sorry will magically fix all the destructions that they caused. Watch this. I'm sorry. No, you just destroyed everything. I know. I'm sorry. Y'all want to hang out? Where we going to hang out? You destroyed everything. That's your problem. And you like, what? Many of these psychopaths think the word sorry will magically fix all the destruction that they caused. Now, these devil societies create devil laws to make these hate-filled parents feel like they are winning something. I always ask parents, again, who fight over their children, our child, if you so-called win, what in the hell are you actually winning? And when you do try to win, whose devil-filled society and systems are you empowering? Are you against the system? No, just the bad part. God, why can't y'all understand that? Well, if you against the bad part, that means you against the system. No, God, I'm against the system that's not working. And then you get clever responses of, well, part of the system ain't working. It's like, children will grow up and analyze. Now, this is deep. Children will grow up and analyze their fathers and mothers' parental decisions that affected their lives. I don't know why y'all think y'all children not going to grow up and be like, now what? Now, why did you do it like that? And again, I need to do a show on parental excuses from baby boomers all the way down to millennials. I don't really want to go that low. No. So, children will grow up and analyze their fathers and mothers' parental decisions that affected their lives. Watch this. On top of the lies from their fathers and mothers. Malcolm X used to call in-laws outlaws. And we all know that most people that so-called hate their ex, they also severely hate their ex's friends and family members too. Now again, Not in all cases. Congratulations if you're an exceptional listener that want to blurt out your exceptional life. That ain't me. You need to go to a That Ain't Me concert so you can yell. Because y'all be yelling at the wrong concerts. So when I grow up, I could also see that, even in my parents, how they behaved during their divorce wars and all the idiots that helped them. Haven't you noticed that most parents, now check this out. Haven't you noticed that most parents don't fight over child custody in their teens, 20s, and 30s? American parents seem to only be able to fight during the times where their children's brain elasticity protection is most important. Hold on. My child's brain elasticity is very important right now. Okay, I'm about to fight his parent, or her parent. Right? You said their brain elasticity, like it's really gonna jack them up during these ages, these small ages, and they can't defend themselves. Now remember this, I promise y'all. We going into the karma because I finally figured out the karma that comes to parents that do that, and don't nobody talk about that. Finally, I promise you, I pieced this together, and I had to go outside of my culture because there's other cultures, parents going through that. I promise you, they're talking about it. Only thing they're doing, they're not connecting it to what you've done to the child when they were young. Because I'm going too far, but watch this. Ah, man, we got to pause for another warning. We have another warning for corrupt judges and family attorney judges and corrupt family lawyers. A very, very serious warning to the American family court lawyers and judges. You all better calm down because you all are pushing the buttons of the most craziest fathers on the planet. They actually love their children more than they hate their other co-creators. And you teaming up with the warring parent to lie, slander, or disrespect these fathers comes with karma, cause and effect, or reaping and sowing that you might not have to ever experience yourself. So I'm gonna say that again. Ain't nothing happening to me. I'm doing this and I'm doing this and say this and destroy these fathers. And ain't nothing happened to me. And you right. Nothing might never happen to you. But the people you love and protect will experience this karma if you don't. I promise you that this is not a threat. For legal purposes, I swear that this is not a threat. It's a damn promise that karma, cause and effect, and reaping and sowing is coming for you all that do this. The reason why you all feel comfortable treating fathers how you have been treating them and are treating them is because you haven't tested the wrong fathers. History always shows that everything works until you mess with the wrong ones. And you did. And you did. Now back to the lecture. I think that's the last warning. Back to the lecture. Did you know that balance isn't intact when a child is created? Duh, that's science, Jason. I know. That wasn't deep. I'm going to say it again. Did you know that balance is intact when a child is created? Yeah, Jason, you need balance to create a child. Okay. But balance is not supported or intact when parenting comes into play in some societies. Time can even be balanced. And we know if you calculate the time that fathers get with their children, it's not balanced. Especially when the parent hates the other parent more than a parent loves their children. Again, I know stories of parents who would keep their small children away and have strangers wipe their children at a time when they're not able to wipe themselves just to play keep away from the other parent during crucial brain elasticity times. So this is science. This is not my like downloads that I'm getting. So 2022 is an instant gratification society to keep us distracted from something. But we'll get back to that. So, since we're calling this a wicked system, we'll call them system workers. Okay? Now, system workers say, Jason, you need to place your children's needs above your own. And I'm telling you, y'all gonna deal with a lot of people who say that crap. So, you say, what does your child or children actually need? So again, what is these children? If I need to put my children's needs above my own, if these fathers need to put their children's needs above their own, ask these system workers, well, what does my children need? And guess what these system workers will say? They'll say, hold on, let me see what my folder tells me to say to you. Nuh-uh, I know about heart. Jason, you hard on the system. Say something good about the system. Okay, I'll say something good because I believe in the law of duality. So I'm going to say something good about the system where the law does work. I will be nice for a quick minute. A court mediator, because I'm talking to, when I do, any type of work like this, I want to talk to a lot of people. So a court mediator that I talk to that helped me, because again, I can break down the delusion that so many people are going to have to answer for. It's not going to go away. Your children and grandchildren are going to look at these laws that have been carried out. They're not going to be proud of you. So a court mediator told me a story of a father who had to work for a day, for 1 day a week out of town. Okay, Jason. A court mediator told you a story of a father who had to work for 1 day a week out of town. It's not deep. And I know you only going to look out for men. No, I'm going to actually look out for the woman on this one and say the man was wrong. Because again, I believe in the law of duality. I believe in balance. So he would have the children stay with his new wife. Okay. But she and his children didn't mesh well. And the children were having a hard time with the new parent. Okay. So what did he do? The biological mother asked if the children could stay with her when he was out of town. That's simple. Okay. But he was adamant about having his parenting time. So he was like, nah, he's staying with me. That's my parenting time. Nope. Even though he did not see his children for 1 day a week due to working out of town. The mother eventually took the father to court to get the children while the dad was out of town. And I ain't gonna lie, if they're not meshing with the new person, you better go get your children. So the court actually ruled in mom's favor in this very small example out of the billions of so-called co-parenting horror stories of one parent or both parents not being able to hear their children. We tell parents who keep their children away from the other parent not to do that. Just because you are mad at the other parent doesn't mean the children want to leave the other parent. It's the same for moving on. Do you know how many weirdo parents try to force step mergers or step parent mergers onto their children? This is who I'm in love with, and you be in love with them too. What? Are you crazy? You can't even set somebody up for a blind date, but you're just gonna take somebody home to. It's like a dude right here. I moved on. I got a new stepmom. It's like your children probably love their biological mother. Nuh-uh. Y'all stay with this stranger woman. Y'all stay with this stranger woman while I go out of work. While I go to work out of town. Now you gotta hear your children. Why are more than 80% of American prison inmates raised by single parents? Is prison or a mental institution the final destination of American youth raised by single parents? Did you say single mothers? I said single parents. According to Larry Waldman, he doesn't sound black. I know, y'all don't listen to black people sometimes. According to Dr. Larry Waldman, 20% of divorced parents knowingly or unknowingly do things to traumatize their children. Watch this. Knowingly. Watch this. Well, unknowingly. I didn't know. Oh, you want to go with the I didn't know. You want to do that? You trying to leave? Are you trying to leave what Dr. Larry Wallman said? Say what you just said again about Dr. Larry Wallman. Dr. Larry Wallman said 20% of divorced parents knowingly or unknowingly do things to traumatize their children. I'm going to choose unknowingly. Yeah, that don't make me look as bad. I didn't know. If you were in the middle of the ocean in a small rowboat and it was you and another person in the boat, if that person began poking holes in the boat on purpose or unknowingly, would that not matter? Or would life or death matter more than that unknowingly situation? Nah, you can't get mad at him because you was unknowingly. You're going to be like, dude, you're poking holes in a boat and I didn't know. I don't know can cause death. So why do y'all say I don't know like it's causing life? It's giving life to your conversation. I don't know. Man, why are all my combos dead? Here's the DNA question. If you wanted to get a DNA test, I'm going to say this again. If you wanted to get a DNA test on your children and their father or mother, could you do that? Yes, you can do that easy. Well, you just admitted to knowing that you and your ex share a DNA investment bank called a child or children. Although you have placed many different strangers in your children's life, it still comes down to the main two co-creators. Now, we need to get rid of the name parent. And again, we need to substitute it with the name co-creators because that compound word gives more realism to the life title, not job title, but life title of parent. Because again, being a parent is a hard job. No, it's a life job. It's not a hard job, it's a life job. So, what do the children think? Now check this out. When y'all go to war with each other, and this is what the children think. Now, before mommy told me different. So again, this is what the children think. Before mommy told me different, my father was a superhero. A major confidence boost in my DNA. Before daddy told me different, my mother was a superhero. A major confidence boost in my DNA. In some cases, when the parents feel like they don't have anybody to talk to, watch this. Check out this abuse. They will begin to talk with the child like the child can be presently on their level. This behavior robs the child of their childhood instantly because it instantly switches up their roles. Instantly. Now, over time when I do it. No. When you go to your children about advice or you go talk to your children to destroy half of their DNA, you're instantly snatching their childhood because you're instantly putting them or switching up their roles. It's a mental health hazard for children, teenagers, and watch this, even young adults. I'm gonna wait till they're 25. I'm on mommy's level now. I'm on daddy's level now. And it's funny, these same parents, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, you don't talk to me like that. It's like, Negro, please. And that's all races of Negroes. Negro, please. I just helped you with your love life. Don't tell me to talk. I can't cuss you out because I don't feel like doing these dishes. I just helped you with your love life. And you're not understanding. You rob them of their childhood by asking them a question on your level. Let's get some more. Words outside of my culture so people believe me. Triangulation. So a triangulation. Check out triangulation. When the court issues a time that one parent gets in trouble. So again, according to the court, watch this. We are not smart enough to follow our own rules. So according to the court, they say you have to bring back the children that we created. The court who didn't create the children, who we get that gets paid off of our fighting, they say you have to bring the child back at 8 o'clock. What do you say, parent? I don't have a brain. I go off of what the court says. The court says you have to be here at 8 o'clock with the child. And the other parent is like, dang, man, I'm about to be late. Because remember, we're talking about triangulation. So the other parent will say, hey, call your mom or call your dad and tell them you're going to be late. Look what I'm doing. Tell them you're going to be late. Like the child is driving the adult. So now check this out. The child can't say no, mom, or no, dad. I'm not doing that. The child can't say that. Again, you're robbing your child. You're shattering their DNA. But the child can't say, nah, mom, I ain't doing that. Or nah, dad, that's whack. I ain't doing that. Because again, guess what they gonna say? They don't feel right. Their DNA are saying, you're killing me, bro. I'm not gonna do that. No, they go along with the parent, unbeknownst to everyone that the DNA in the child is being ripped to shreds. What if the first parent of the breakup, so the first parent that knows that they're going to be the initiator of the breakup or divorce, what if they knew this early? And what if they began co-creating or began creating a life and exhibiting behaviors that were actually in the best interest of the child or children when they knew, and instead of creating a war on the child or children's DNA? So let's play a one energy path game, okay? You can only pick a war against your children's DNA, or you can protect your children's DNA by co-raising them. Like the science in your bodies did when you co-created them. Co-raise, co-create. Co-created was balance. Co-raising is off balance. We don't know what's going on. Co-creation is balance. Co-raising is off balance. We have no idea what's going on. Let's try one more time. Co-creation is full of balance. Co-raising is off balance. Keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully society gets it. We don't know what's going on with these youth. Whatever. Now, this wicked system has plans to work both parents to death and then step over their dead bodies to the next set of warring parents. Think about it. You find a parent, you upgrade their life. If you upgrade a parent during a war, they will stay loyal to the upgrader because I have to stay in this mode because I can't lose to you. And you become a slave. But again, they're just going to work you to death, step over your body like Allen Iverson did Tyronn Lue in the NBA Finals. Shout out to Tyronn Lue. I love you, but I watched that game and I was like, no, he didn't step over him like that. Now, it's time to deflect. We need to start shedding light on deflection bars since this is Sunday bars. Some parents are grown-ups. They like to, here I got to talk to my children. Let me get my deflection gloves on. I'm not going to take accountability to nothing. So a lot of parents go into meetings with their children like this. So many grown-ups they used to be children of warring parents. When they grow up and try to share how their parents warring with each other to hurt them, hey, I just want to tell you how it hurt me. Many of these parents will begin to gaslight, minimalize. Oh, it wasn't that big. It wasn't that bad. They'll minimalize things. They'll deflect. Let me tell you how this hurt me. You know the Dallas Cowboys. Let me tell you when you used to talk to me like that. Real quick, we'll get to that. Can you please help me? So-and-so fell down the steps. They could even use something that is a trauma to where it's like, dang, I can't even really say, let's help so-and-so that fell down the steps. Man, okay, maybe later. Or they'll invalidate their statements. Like, nah, I wasn't like that. You feel comfortable to say that to your children? Nah, I wasn't like that. Invalidation of their statements. So to invalidate a statement. So most of these parents' behaviors, watch this. I feel comfortable saying this. Most of these parental behaviors come from the most spoiled and weirdly raised generations. And we're going to call these people baby boomers and older generation Xers. Only because they was hanging out with the baby boomers who were raised like that. And again, I have a Sunday bars that thoroughly breaks that down. Even the parents of the baby boomers said, what in the world do we do? So we can have that talk. So again, anonymous woman. Now check this out. She wants to remain anonymous, but I had to say this. This lady changed my life, and she's powerful. This is a powerful woman. She said, this is happening to me right now. I went from having an amazing close relationship with my daughters, and I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at the delusion that they did to her. She said, this is happening to me right now. I went from having an amazing close relationship with my daughters to overnight, they want nothing to do with me. Watch this. This next sentence that she said blew my mind. She said, because of their ages, the courts won't do anything about it. I said, dang, this woman was so used to the courts fighting her battles that she even checked with the courts to see if they could make her adult children speak to her. This country has made many parents weirdos. I'm just saying, weirdos. You check with the courts to see if you can get them to make your adult children speak to you. Many of these parents are dangerous to have around your children. Watch this. And for all the clever listeners out here, we know that there are parents who are not dangerous to be around their grandchildren. Hopefully y'all got to say that. Like this topic is about those people. You just want to say something different. So y'all done? Okay. Back to the topic that we're dissecting. This is for the parents who caused alienation. The karma for alienating the other parent will be that your children will be abandoned. That their children will abandon them in their adult years. And I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to say it slow. The karma for alienating the other parent will be that their children will abandon them in their adult years to see what that feels like. Just because they made the other parent fight to see their children. And why? Watch this. And why would there ever need to be a fight to see your children or child? We are lobbying to make this a crime because this is a crime. According to so many child rights laws, this is a crime. I'm going to say this again. You just being emotional. Okay. You can say I'm being emotional. You can say I talk to a lot of men who say the same things, and my heart is actually going out to all of them because now I'm like, man, this is really a real thing. So when I read about child rights, I said, man, there's so many child rights violations that's happening. These are really crimes. No, that's just how it is. No, that's how y'all call it. The future is going to call these crimes. The future will call these crimes. So here's a prophecy for y'all. Here's a hood prophecy for y'all. The women and men that never use this wicked system against their children will enjoy their older years way better than the parents that alienated the other parent when the children were younger. You are a traitor to your children's DNA. You heard of Joe Jackson? Well, you are Trader Joe's. Now, you will miss out on your grandchildren's life experiences at a time when your body is at its weakest. Just like you tried to make your child's other parent weaker at a time when your children were weaker mentally and physically than they are now. I'll say that again. And this is a prophecy. It might not work. This is a prophecy. The women and men that never use this wicked system against your children will enjoy their older years way better than the parents that alienated the other parent when the children were younger. You are a traitor to your children's DNA when you do this. And again, if you ever heard of Joe Jackson, well, we're going to call you Trader Joe's. Because again, you will miss out on if you do this, I'm going to keep my son away from his father. I'm going to keep my daughter away from the mother. Okay, I'm telling you, if you do this, you will miss out on it's a high probability that you will miss out on your grandchildren's life experiences at a time when your body is at its weakest. Just like you tried to make your child's other parent weaker at a time when your children were weaker mentally and physically than they are now. Now, Jason, what are you talking about, parent alienation? I know you like giving definitions. Give me some definitions. Here we go. Parental alienation. So parental alienation is a strategy whereby one parent intentionally displays to the child unjustified negativity aimed at the other parent. Say it again. Parental alienation is a strategy whereby one parent intentionally displays to the child unjustified negativity aimed at the other parent. The purpose of this strategy is to damage the child's relationship with the other parent and to turn the child's emotions against the other parent. This also happens when the child or children finds out of the dirt of the parent and what the parent did to the other parent. This happens. Watch this. This also happens when you never get help for your mental illness and your child grows up to see firsthand. The mentally ill parent will definitely turn on the mentally healthier parent first. And this system, watch this, is set up to correct that. This system is set up to side with the warring parents. When the children get older and find out who played which role in this system-backed parent war that helped slow down their lives, the children tend to treat the warring parent like that in their future. So warring parents win in the beginning. So again, I'm keeping my children away. I'm doing this. Warring parents win in the beginning. Clap it up for them, y'all. But how many of y'all believe in the future? Warring parents win in the beginning and lose bad in their older years. In this system, mothers can alienate the children from the father when the children are young. In this system, the father can alienate the children from the mother when the children are older, which makes the children the losers on both ends of life. I'm a loser in the beginning. I'm a loser in the ending. But my parents is winning. I don't know what they winning. Look at it. My parents is winning. I'm a loser on both ends. I'll say that again. In this current system, mothers can alienate the children from the father when the children are young. And in this system, the father can alienate the children from the mother when the children are older, which makes the children the losers on both ends of life. Okay, what's this co-creator definition then? Well, co-creator definition is someone who creates something jointly with another person or people. The system definition, because you keep talking about the system. The system definition, a set of things working together as a part of a mechanism or an interconnecting network. a set of principles or procedures according to which something is done, an organized framework or method. Here's 5 signs that parents, these are 5 signs that parents hate their ex more than they love their children. Nah, I love my children, but I hate my ex more. These are 5 signs of people like that. Number 1, they withhold child visitation to punish the ex. 2, they belittle their ex within an earshot of the children. Yo mama, yo daddy ain't. Oh, I was just on the phone. I didn't know children were around. Oh my God, and you're watching the children? Hold on, you didn't know children around when you were talking, but you're gonna know children around when you're watching them? Yikes. Number 3, they compare their children or child to their ex unfavorably. Yeah, your stupid parent did that. Yeah, your stupid other parent used to walk like that. Oh, y'all can't do that. Number 4, they grill their children about their other parents' actions. Now, what was they doing? Tell me about their bathroom. What was in their bathroom? Was there any earrings in your daddy's bathroom? Hold on. Asylum, what shoe was in your mama's closet? Your mom dating Shaq? Okay. Don't do that, y'all. Don't ask questions like that. That's funny. Number 5, they guilt trip their children when they enjoy life with their ex. So y'all have fun, huh? Get in there and clean your room. Okay. Effectively co-parenting with your ex may feel weird to so many people. Y'all know why? Because you two morons are both deciding to now follow rules and boundaries, when you two previously lacked the ability to follow rules and boundaries. Many co-parents say they feel fake during this process. And I say this is due to the fact that they think it's still about them. Congratulations, you still think this is about you. You have children, but you think this is about you still. And it's not. It's about the child or children you both co-created. If taking best care of themselves, if taking best care of the children in a co-raising situation feels fake, then you should stop immediately. Just stop. Like a fire, yeah, stop. Don't drop. Drop your child off at the other parent and get some mental help if taking best care of and co-raising your child feels fake. So don't stop, drop, and roll. Stop and drop the child off to the other parent, and you go get mental help if taking best care of your child in a co-raising situation feels fake to you. Here we go. One of the most healing things you can do is to recognize where in your life you are your own poison. And you know when public speakers, they say stuff, it'd be people that know them and be like, you don't recognize you, whatever. Show me that. So at the end of the day, one of the most healing, because remember, everybody wants to heal. Everybody's spiritual. I'm healing myself. I've healed from that. One of the most healing things you can actually do is to recognize where in your life you are your own poison. Loving your children, this is funny. Loving your children is like, it's like going to school, right? You have no choice. You got to go. But dealing with your ex is like going to college. It's up to you to show up and participate. I like that. Loving your children is like going to school. You really don't have a choice. But dealing with your ex is like going to college. It's up to you to show up and participate. Now, imagine the first day. Now check this out. Oh my God. Y'all ready? Please film me on this. Please feel me on this. Imagine the first day that you and your ex felt the deepest love for each other. Y'all remember that, right? The first day. Look how I'm looking at him. Oh, my God. Right? Y'all remember the first day? Go back. Now, look how I'm looking. Now imagine someone trying to fight your ex or talk bad about your ex on that day. On that loving day. Again, somebody's trying to fight or talking crazy to your ex on that day and that loving day. Now, you can do that because we're all self-centered. Yeah, I can picture that. Now, imagine talking bad about your children's other co-creator that they love. How will they feel on that day, on that loving day? The worse you treat the other parent is also the time that the other parent's DNA in the child or children makes them want to help the attacked parent and treat you bad in your future. Yes, the other parent's DNA grows up in the child or children and will come to see that ass later. I'm going to say that whole part again because I remember when I wrote it, that tripped me out. I said, oh, shoot, that makes so much sense. This is about to be... I've been researching this for years. Imagine the first day that you and your ex felt the deepest love for each other. Now imagine somebody try to fight them on that day, on that loving day. Now put yourself in your child's shoes, our children's shoes. Now imagine you talking bad about your children's other co-creator that they love. How will they feel on that day, on that loving day? Check out this warning. The worse you treat the other parent is also the time that the other parent's DNA in the child or children makes them want to help the attacked parent and treat you bad. And treat you bad in your future. Yes, the other parent's DNA grows up in the child or children and will come see that ass later. I'm telling you. How can children lose their parent? Oh my God, this is so deep. Let me take a breath. This is deep. This is deep. I was gonna put this first. This is deep. Haven't y'all noticed when your parent moves on, they change? Me and dad changed, or mom changed. Watch how dangerous it is moving on. When parents move on to new DNA, and new DNA are new DNA regenerators, a merger must happen, or it doesn't. But why would we talk about a merger that doesn't happen? So I'll throw that out there. And what do you mean merger? Well, a merger of energies, a merger of spirits, a merger of behaviors, a merger of destinies, to name a few mergers. And we didn't even say the merger of sperm and egg yet. We just said those mergers. So, many, not all. I'm going to say it 3 times because not all. Somebody going to say, not all. I just said it 3 times. Many, not all. Many, not all. Many, not all. I'll say it 4 times. Many, not all, but many step parents, they don't get along with their stepchildren. And their DNA will begin to influence your biological parent's DNA. If your biological parent chooses relationships or marriages where they are always the weaker party, you always get punked in my relationships, always get punked in my marriages. So if your biological parent chooses a relationship or marriage where they are also always the weaker vessel or the weaker party, then guess what? Then they will always flip on their children because their new partner's powerful DNA told them to do so. If your mother or father has said, I do, to so many people, then they have pair bonded or did pair bonding behaviors with different people. Unlike your biological parents that stayed together, giving your children a biological grandparent experience versus the step parent or this parent or that new grandparent or here and there and that new parent, and you see what I'm saying? It's a lot of new energies. So there are too many energies to make the family connection. Watch this. That the movies trick you into wanting. Oh, mom stayed with dad and grandpa stayed with grandma, and oh my God, we are all. Now again, a lot of cultures, that's just how they are. It's like, I don't care if we're fighting or not. This is family. Now I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. But the movies trick you into wanting that. So again, a lot of these parents that move on to this person, this parent, this person, this DNA, this DNA, this DNA, they're merging their DNA with so many people. By the time they become a grandparent, their children won't get that biological grandparent experience. They'll get a lot of different parent experiences. And again, I don't care what nobody say. People are weird, but people are super weird when they get older. So let's move on. Could be nice. Now, I'm about to close, but I want to close here. Have you ever had the urge to go into the forest and fight wild animals? Not too many people do. Now, if your child or loved one was getting attacked by a wild animal in that forest, what would you do to that animal? Oh, I would, dude, I would. I'm setting you up because you just admitted to having superhuman mind strength under extreme circumstances. So it got to be attacking your family members for you to kill a bear or a lion or pick up a car. And again, there have been parents that have picked up cars. These are stories. But again, under extreme circumstances. So imagine a parent who has been pushed to the limit about their children. And the corrupt judges and lawyers and the teams of the other parent, they're going to start looking like that wild animal in the wilderness of North America during their children's most crucial brain elasticity phases of life. I'm going to say it again. A lot of these corrupt judges and lawyers, they starting to look like that animal in the wilderness of North America during their children's most crucial brain elasticity phases of life. Family law is like playing with fire if you play with the wrong parents. With some of these parents, you are making powerful enemies who will never forget or never stop their versions of payback at the right times. There's your warning. That's your last warning. I am currently convincing these insane parents to chill and let cause and effect work. Thank God that I am currently calming these parents down. I'm going to close it here. Thank you for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. Let's work. Peace and love. Peace and love.